welcome to my very first journal flip. I am so excited to share with you my first full journal. And in addition to that, it is handmade. I made this journal out of watercolor paper. I learned this from a tutorial by Margot Kent of Peg and All. And I'll put the information down below, but over on her blog she is sharing a whole bunch of bookbinding tutorials. And her company, Peg and All, they have a beautiful store full of just gorgeous products. And I want to show you this book I bought there. It's the Harper Journal, and it's very pretty. It's leather bound. It has their logo there. And there's little details like this pretty fabric and the little headband. Very nice paper. It's the Strathmore 400 paper, so it's pretty thick. I think it's like 80 pounds. So very nice for writing on or sketching. And lots of pages. So very excited about that. Very nice journal. I also did order the mini Sendak artist roll. Very pretty. I finally settled on the color moss. So that'll be coming. It's like a greenish color. That'll be coming in a week or two. As soon as I get that, I will fill it up and share with you what I put in there and what it looks like and everything, so you can check that out. There are some other videos on here though if you want to look up the Sendak artist roll or the mini Sendak artist roll. You can see that a lot of people fill theirs up and show what they put in there. So they're very, very beautiful products. They have a whole bunch of really pretty art supplies and art supply holders and things of that nature. So you might want to check them out. But pegandall.com, I'll put that below. And it's Margot and Walter. And when I ordered from them, they were excellent, very receptive, very quick to ship things, and their products are very high quality. So you can check that out and check out their blog for the bookbinding tutorials. They even teach you how to make this journal. So it's a lot of fun. And we have these journals here. So I wanted to show you before I do the flip. I am doing a giveaway. I made about 15 of these journals because I had a whole bunch of watercolor pads on my shelf, and I've since moved to using a full sheet of watercolor, so I just tear my sheets down to whatever size I want. But I had a whole bunch of watercolor pads still, so I tore those apart and folded the papers and made a whole bunch of journals. So these are a couple of the journals I made here. And I posted them online, and I had a huge response to them. People really liked them and wondered if I sold them. So I had made about 15, so I sold 4 of those because I hadn't marked in them, and then a couple of the other ones were different kinds of paper. So I sold 4 of the watercolor journals online. I think maybe one of them had more of a drawing paper in them. And I made more, and I sold 7 more of the watercolor ones. So I am making more watercolor ones, so you'll see those in my shop in the next week or two. But in the meantime, I had such a huge response and so much encouragement and support, I wanted to give back. So I'm doing a giveaway, and I was going to give away 1 journal. My giveaway closes on May 28th. I had a huge response. I mean, there's something like 300 comments on there right now or something, so huge response. And so many likes and so much love given to that post. So I'm going to give away 2 artist journals now. So they're watercolor journals with 140-pound paper in them, and you can enter over here as well. So to enter here, you can get an entry over here by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and commenting down below. And if you would like additional entries, you can head over to my Instagram, and you go to the giveaway post there, and you can follow the things to do there for additional entries if you'd like. So I will be giving away 2 journals now, so that increases your odds of getting 1. And then if you don't win or anything like that, I will have more available in the shop very soon. So again, thank you so much for all your support and everything. Really appreciate it. It's very encouraging, and it's a lot of fun to give something to you artists that inspires you to create even more. So thanks again for that. And now to the journal flip. So thanks to all you followers and your encouragement and the 100-day project, I have kept creating art for, I think it's like 45 or 46 days now, every day. I did miss a day here and there, and then I'd play catch up and do 2 entries or something like that in one day. But I finished this journal. Now, all my entries aren't in this journal. I did create, like I said, 15 journals, and I kept 11 of them. I have been where I like to have a theme in my journals, and that was something that always stopped me from going, because one day I might want to do abstract, one day I would want to do nature. So having so many journals made them less precious, so I could mark in them, and then I'd kind of dedicated each one to a different thing. So I have an abstract one, I have a bright colored one, I have a neutral colored one, and then I have this nature one. I didn't exactly plan it that way, it's just what happened. So when this one started becoming the nature journal, I came back after it was almost all the way full, and I did the cover. So the cover, I was really enjoying, you'll see at the end of this journal, doing these type florals, and so that's how I came up with this cover. So you learn a lot from just experimenting every day. You get more and more inspired. I remember trying to be inspired by just looking at art or watching people paint, but not always sitting down and creating myself. Or I'd try to be inspired by just being out in nature, but I wouldn't sit and create. So, because when I would create, I would always want to make a complete painting, which I don't always have time for that. Like, it may take me an hour to 4 hours to complete a painting. So, I didn't have that kind of time all the time. So this has been great, because these pages take, like, at the most, I think the longest any one of these pages has taken is 20 minutes. So, gets me creating. I've learned a lot of ideas. I've learned different palettes I've liked. So then when I do go to create that final art now, it'll be something I probably really like, and I won't feel like, oh, I just spent 4 hours and I don't like this. Even though it is about the journey, but you know, you do like to have art you like, I think. So this has been an invaluable tool. I don't think I will ever go back to where I don't do something like this. So this has been wonderful. And I think now, 40 some days in, it's become a habit. So without further ado, here is the journal flip.